Big rig with its trailer on fire is on the right shoulder. That's causing a little bit of licky-loo slowing there as you approach the 10. If you're heading through the Grapevine today, be extra careful. CHP has been reporting strong gusty winds all the way through all morning long so far. Next report at 10:05. I'm Rick Smith with more traffic reports more often. KNX 1070 News Radio.
All right, sunny and windy today. Our high is going to be in the 60s all the way into the mid-70s. Clear skies tonight, partly cloudy later. Lows down to the 40s or 50s. We'll see some fog tomorrow morning again. Tomorrow it will be partly cloudy near the coast, but sunny inland. Gusty winds will continue with highs in the 60s, the beaches, 70s inland and in the valleys. Cooler temperatures are on the way towards the end of the week, and then maybe a chance of rain and by the weekend. Currently 58 in Pasadena, 56 in Long Beach, 59 in Orange. Among our top stories right now, musicians in Southern California protesting against the so-called gig worker law, and a bike rider has been hurt in a hit-run crash in Stanton. These stories more news at 3:57.
For over 100 years, Bob Smith BMW has dedicated itself to you with our large inventory and state-of-the-art dealership experience. We go out of our way to make sure you can enjoy all the luxury and sportiness that BMW has to offer. And now you can also share in the fun of owning a Mini as we've moved our showrooms together. So come visit Bob Smith BMW and Mini in Calabasas. You'll see why it's called the ultimate buying experience. Online at bobsmithbmw.com.
Impact Mortgage Corp. DBA Cash Call Mortgage. NMLS ID 128231. Equal housing lender. Not licensed in all states including New York. Offer not available in Washington. Call 855-657-9910 for licensing terms and restrictions.
You see it on TV every day. Global turmoil. But these international events help keep interest rates low and may even drive them lower. In response, we at Cash Call Mortgage have lowered our interest rates for the new year. And that's great news for homeowners. If you have a current rate above 2.99%, call us to see how much you can save. If you qualify, we'll even pay your closing costs. And we can close your refi in as fast as 20 days with no upfront deposit. With our low interest rates and no closing costs if you qualify, there's never been a better time to lock in a low rate before it's gone. For a free quote, go to cashcallmortgage.com or call 800-606-2803. That's 800-606-2803. 800-606-2803.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/hire. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter. The smartest way to hire. And now you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/hire. That's ZipRecruiter.com/hire. ZipRecruiter.com/hire.
The news you need from the station you trust. Southern California's only 24-hour local news and traffic station. This is KNX HD, KFTH HD2, Los Angeles. KNX 1070 News Radio, radio.com station. Depend on us.
Going to go our top local story. Musicians say they're losing work because of the new gig economy law, plus a vehicle fire causing a lot of problems on the 10 freeway in mid-city LA, and hunting for a hit-and-run driver after a crash involving a woman bicyclist in Stanton. Emily Valdez has these stories plus traffic every 10 minutes at 5 after CBS covers the world. It's 10 o'clock. This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Crystal Cruises.
Steve Keith, and more rain could make a bad situation worse along several rivers in the south. In Mississippi, Governor Tate Reeves is watching the Pearl River in Jackson cause big problems.
We believe that it is expected to be at or near its crest at this moment. Additional rises are expected to occur in certain areas, but we expect them to be localized.
Some people have taken to paddling through their flooded neighborhoods in boats in that area. The World Health Organization warns against blanket measures and an overreaction to the coronavirus.
An approach to managing risk that allows us to continue to operate as a society while minimizing the risks we know about. And that doesn't matter if we're talking about travel or meetings. It doesn't matter if we're talking about cruise ships.
The organization's Mike Ryan, 14 Americans among more than 300 taken off that cruise ship in Japan tested positive for the virus but have shown no symptoms. They're all now back in the U.S. All those people will be quarantined for 2 weeks. Both sides in the Roger Stone case will appear before a federal judge by phone tomorrow, just days ahead of his scheduled sentencing.
U.S. District Court Judge Amy Berman Jackson is holding tomorrow's hearing following the withdrawal of the entire four-person prosecution team. They did so following Attorney General Bill Barr's intervention to rescind their recommendation of a 7 to 9 year sentence for Stone. He was convicted last November relating to efforts to impede congressional and FBI investigations into connections between the Trump campaign and Russia. Bill Rakoff, CBS News, Washington.
When tensions were high last month between the U.S. and Iran, some NATO troops left Iraq. Now, as CBS's Cammie McCormick tells us from the Pentagon,
Denmark has just announced it's sending its troops back to Iraq from Kuwait. Iraq had demanded foreign forces leave the country, but it's now green-lighted an expanded NATO mission. That's a training mission only, and one that's less politically sensitive for the Iraqi government than the U.S.-led coalition against ISIS, which includes combat operations.
In Washington State, a woman's been charged with drugging a new mom in a bid to steal her 3-week-old baby. CBS's Carter Evans says Juliet Parker allegedly cozied up to the woman by promising several photo sessions.
She was released Sunday afternoon on a $50,000 bond. Now, since her arrest, authorities tell us more than 10 people say she came to their home to take photos. Investigators believe Parker was searching for the baby she wanted to steal.
Parker's 16-year-old daughter is also facing charges. A Democratic bid to ban the sale of assault weapons in Virginia